Hello, this is going to be a quick example of deploying a contract in Remix that has the payable construct in it. So in this example, we have a bank, and this bank has a balance. During construction time, it will be initialized to 0, and there's a couple of things we can do to contribute to add to the balance. We can either, one, use the Ethereum payable construct in which no argument is passed to it. It is, however, passed through msg.value, and so this is a Ethereum concept of how value is passed. Or two, a traditional method where you pass in by argument into the function, and then our function argument is used to increment the balance. This is more interesting. This is more traditional. So let's take a look and see how we can do this on Remix. So after the smart contract is written, let's go ahead and compile it, which is called bank.sol. And if we go over to the deploy and run pane over here, we can see that we are ready to deploy the contract. So we to deploy a contract, we have to select an account to pay for a deployment, and we'll just use the first one. Notice it's 100 Ether, and we will deploy it. The deploy is successful. And if we take a look at the first account now, you can see that it's no longer 100 ETH. There's a little decrement paid to pay for the gas needed to deploy the contract. And then on the lower left-hand side here, you can see the contract is deployed at this uh, address. And there's three buttons here. One is the property itself called balance, and if we press that, you can see that right now it's initialized to 0 because of the constructor. The orange one is the function that takes the argument. It's called add to bank, and we can enter a value here and press it, and it'll be passed it. And the third button here in red is the payable button, which is over here. And basically, to pass a value, we enter the value here, we hit contribute, and that value will be passed as a in the value field of the message. Okay, so let's just do that first. So let's pretend we're in the second account, which has 100 Ether, and we want to contribute let's say 20 Ether to the balance. And so we just press this. No, we don't enter an argument. We already did that through the value here. Hit contribute. Okay, so the transaction proceeded normally, and if we hit balance, we can see that it's 20 ETH. And our account now is decreased by 20 plus change for the contract execution. We can also call the function here to add to the bank. Right now it's 20, and so we just use a third account here, which is called, which has 100 Ether. And let's say we put another 5 Ether. So right now it'll be 25. Let's see, copy. Let's Okay, and then if we press that button, the transaction proceeded, and we get the balance is now 25. And we'll look at the third account. Sorry about that. Look at the third account, and you can see that the transaction cost was incurred, but then the value in Ether wasn't decreased. And so this was just a value being passed as opposed to actual Ether being spent.